Go.
Hello. Welcome back to the Call of the Hunger, folks. Last time that we played, you guys were riding off a pretty significant high, having stymied the ass-kicking that was being dealt to the poor denizens of Carnation. Cain Valek's forces were rolling through, taking heads and kicking names. When you guys showed up and routed the route. And as you guys took out the leaders of the initial charge, two of the herd callers, and cut off their reinforcements, you eventually met up back at the Ascent, where Midas and Anexia, as well as the other leaders, were making a last stand. There, you broke the back of the enemy forces, and with that, a great triumphant roar is emitted from the forces that you've saved today, as everyone hoops and hollers and shakes their weapons at the fleeing enemy. It is here amongst the massive rose thorns of this entangled elder tree that you see Midas, the Minotaur that you guys befriended a while back, Anexia, the bird-boned Woolund, whom has had rather vehement attitudes towards you guys in the past, but it seems to be warming up a little bit, understanding the effects of the Call of the Hunger. As well as three others that seem to be leading this band. As the initial adrenaline starts to wear off, Anexia brings you guys up into the canopy as the rays from the suns above bathe you. You are introduced to a hornet-looking bug person, goes by the name of Praetor Muktag. You are also introduced into a Woolund who looks very Kunari-esque in the sense that they've got a large braided beard with big horns, very bovine in nature, and a very, very heavy unibrow and cloven hooves. Next to them is someone that you met before as well, a timberman by the name of Boolarau, a large maple tree person. And so they, Boolarau moves forward and goes, well met! Patting you on the back.
Who does he pat?
Who does he pat specifically?
Emery. Shaking her, jostling her with the impact.
That's fine. I'll allow it.
Hi. Nice to see you again.
I gotta be honest, I don't remember you. Oh, you were the folks that Wallaby brought into here way back when. You guys have only really met Jajan, this large Woolund, like your first time into the forest. That's how long it's been. And even then it was fleeting. You hear from behind him, I remember the likes of you. And Boolarau makes his way up towards you guys, and you hear the creaking, shifting of his limbs as he takes a slow stride after another towards the party.
Hello.
Hello.
You're not coming through, Bubs.
Oh no. He says, "We would have been in a sorry place indeed if it wasn't for the likes of you. I thank you."
You're welcome.
You hear a fluttering of wings as Praetor Muktak lands and looks over and cocks his head, and you see his many faceted eyes analyze you guys. And he clicks and smacks with his little mandibles in a chitinous language before cocking his head towards Bularau and Jajan, and then cocking it back towards you guys. Jajan speaks up and goes, "So, our great fortune of you guys coming. I trust that our leaders have managed to make it to Sanctuary."
Certainly hope so.
Yeah, you guys saw
Oh, they just
Watandulas.
yeah, they just mean Watandulas from leaving.
Watandulas and Bentham Hollowhorn, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they were.
They definitely made it.
Forgive us. Things are, as you can see, in obvious disarray. Moments, days ago, there were folks who were our enemy who are now on our side, and it's disorienting, to say the least. Are there any other reinforcements?
As far as we know, just us.
Yeah, just us, I think. We didn't really run across a ton on the road. We have to...
Nexia laughs a bit. Yes, unfortunately, our small band led by Midas was really just a bolstering force for now. There may be more here soon enough, but it sounded like there may have even be more outsiders who could come to our aid.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you guys questioningly.
Right, we did strike up a deal between Watandulas and some folks in Lemoore, or well, yeah, that was finalized, right?
Yeah, we set that in motion.
Okay. Wanted to make sure it wasn't like...
You set it into motion, but sent a woodward to do your bargaining and stuff sent a message to the leaders of the R&D company, Ansel Brothers, and A&B Corporation.
Yeah. So yeah, all parties willing. There should be some relief on that front at least soon.
Good.
You hear Bularau, which I can't do the voice right now because it's not going to pick up on the mic, I guess. But he speaks up in his low bass grumble. He says, "My limbs are weary and cracked. I think that today we have borne the storm and can spend the evening in celebration."
I could use a rest, to be honest.
And as you guys,
Yes.
as you guys are talking about resting, I walk up behind Retch. I'm like, "Hey, can you look at this, bud?" Then I just point to like a gaping wound on my side.
I can at a short rest.
As they gesture towards the there's a living community area up in the canopy because the ascents are very, very prominently traveled, and so there's actually up in the tops of the tree branches where you can see out into the stellarium. You can see pretty far out. There's a small fortified village up in the treetop, and they gesture towards an area that you guys can rest, and they also point out some areas that people have already started to move in toward to celebrate. And as people start making ready for the celebrations, one thing that you guys do note is down below you can see the form of Midas back in the thicketlands, standing by the corpses, or at least the heads of his fallen herd callers.
Huh.
I'll go. I'll go over and talk to him.
All right. You descend into the thicketlands and approach.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was like closer, like where I threw the heads. I thought it was still
No.
like relatively close to us.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is still relatively close. You just have to walk downstairs, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, so I just kind of like quietly walk up next to him, not saying anything at first.
His ear twitches. You can see that he's not a very visual or expressive person, but you can see the clear signs of a very saddened beast standing next to you. He walks slowly forward to the head of Bismuth. I believe, no. Yeah, Bismuth is the one who's still had his horns. And he kneels down and caresses the head. And as he does, he shifts his thumb over the eye and proceeds to gouge out the eyes of the head. This is something that you would know is a sign of respect to help the body to help the soul pass on from the body.
And as I see him doing this, Bull goes, I hate to be the one to tell you, but we ran into the two of them massacring, what was that, the east flank?
Yeah. I guess it was the southern flank, but doesn't
on
matter.
the southern flank.
I was there when they decided to side with Cain. I suppose, in ways, they didn't really have a choice. And it is appropriate that they died together. I can respect that in the end, they always looked after each other, even if I couldn't keep the herd together entirely. It is a respectable death for them. I do not think that they would have preferred to have died of old age. But they were my brothers. And I grieve.
I don't know if it'll bring you any additional comfort, but they didn't go without a fight.
Would that my friends and my families would see reason before a blade. But there's countenance in that it is not of character that they have failed. but it is in the throes of ardor that our god fights with some force that seeks to pervert his very nature. He looks up, and now he looks directly over to you in your eyes. Please, for my kin and yours, save us from Cinder. This wanton bloodshed. It must end.
We are trying.
He turns and he gathers the head of his other fallen brother and proceeds the same ritual. With that, he carries the heads up the ascent. What is everyone else wanting to do?
I'm gonna ask
Or-
around if they can heal me of the rat plague that I got. Or just ask Reg. I don't know if you've got the strain for it.
Give me a streetwise check.
Hey, I just upgraded that.
Nice.
I did not think I'd get to use it in the forest.
What, you don't think you need streetwise in the forest?
You don't got no streets. You got trees.
There's trails. They're basically
Ah, shit.
streets.
I should have bumped up my streetwise even more. I would have known that. 2 and 1.
There appears to be a medical triage area that has been set up out of several of the huts, and there are people who can help treat you, but it looks like they're going to the most extreme cases right now and working their way back. So because this is not life-threatening for you, you're gonna have to be there for several hours before they can attend to you.
The definition of triage.
Yeah. Reg. What? I don't want to do things.
Hey, I'm first in line.
No, you walked away.
Okay.
I'm still first in line.
You didn't take a buzzer with you.
I set a rock down right behind Reg.
Alright. I'll try and triage this person. Would that be just a basic medicine check, or what are my spells? Could do Cure Malady.
That's exactly what it is.
Cure Malady? Yay! Alright.
He's
5,
got
6,
a cold.
5 success, 5 advantage. I can still move to if needed, but
I gotta go back to the stats of the rat to figure out what the check was real quick. There it is, hard. Two and 1.
alright. So we succeed with gusto.
Thank you.
The rat fever is purged.
Nice.
I'm no longer sicky poo.
I would
Okay.
like to check on little Querbus, because he got fully hurt on the last session. So I don't know how that works. How's he looking?
So right now, you have to actually look around for a while before you find him. You run back to where he was,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd hid underneath a bush as parts of him were ripped off. And
Jesus.
he's been slowly like picking at some corpses with some exposed bones and stuff,
Oh.
putting them into his form, very similar to the from Mistborn, the not the Koloss, but the
The crystal dudes, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
the Mistwraiths.
Yeah.
So he's been picking like a sword, like a dagger here to put back into his form, a bone here, trying to like get enough to be able to recuperate.
Emery, how could you put him through that?
Oh, buddy, you took so many really tough hits for me. What a hard first night out on the town, so to speak. Let me help. And I start like collecting stuff for him.
You hear as it doesn't have eyes or anything like that, but it quivers with intent.
Yeah. You were
And it's sucking gurgly noises, one of fear.
You were so strong. You were so tough. And yeah, I just spend some time helping him out.
I mean, animal husbandry check.
Okay.
Wait, he's an animal?
He is a living plant.
Oh,
Haven't you seen
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Biollante?
did you
I
take-
got bonuses for that kind of stuff. He's gonna become my best buddy. He's gonna forget
Nice.
all about Emery
You
because I can actually protect him.
You gonna steal him from me? Is that what you're saying? I need him! You don't, Mr. Ten Soak.
Guy who is pure
Yeah, I
soul.
only have 8.
Maybe I need more.
I got 2 success.
Yeah. You're pretty quick in your ability to find and gather materials close by, as this is almost second nature to what you do anyways.
Mhm.
And it helps him along, because usually he takes a long rest to recover, right?
Yeah.
So you're able to like put him in your backpack and like start like carrying like bundles of stuff back up into the canopy to find a spot to set him and like basically feed him.
Yeah. I don't mechanically expect to have him back. I emotionally want to make sure he's okay.
Basically, it's the exact same process for you as making bread, where you gotta like knead him every 15 minutes and then turn him and then add flour and then wait and then knead more.
Okay, alright. Understood. So I'm doing that for a bit.
Okay.
And then I guess whenever we take a short rest or a long rest or whatever is when I would try and get Wretch to look at my crits.
Yeah.
Wretch, is there anything that you're trying to do otherwise?
Besides heal them crits, I don't know. Find a place to sleep. I feel like it's been forever since we took a goddamn nap.
It's only been like 3 hours.
That 3 hours has been like 6 sessions.
So, they directed you towards some rooms that are available for you guys before commencing with basically trying to figure out what needs to happen to quickly get the place secure. And then they started to dispatch other people as party planners, essentially, to start getting food set up and stuff like that. And so there's all of the leaders right now are all very, very busy with all of the administrative stuff that comes with trying to rally this place into a base. But they did kind of point you guys off towards some places that you could rest.
I marched confidently towards wherever they said I could rest.
Okay. So a few hours go by with Emery treating her little Querbus, Wretch crashing to relax. Ilya and Bull, what are you two doing?
I'm still following Wretch around waiting for my crit to be healed. So I don't know when he does
Check
that.
Check out that medical triage. I got 10 wounds on me.
Okay, so everyone crashes. You can benefit from a short rest.
Yay! Okay. I can try and heal one crit before I run out of strain.
I can give you an energy drink if that would help.
Okay.
You can also
I was
deal with
just-
your. You can also deal with some of your crits immediately after the short rest, after he's recovered a little bit too.
Yeah, that's fine if we want to do the short rest first.
How many crits do you have?
I have a crit of 6 and a crit of 80. And one is affecting my wound threshold, and the other one reduced my willpower by 1.
Okay. Let's do the wound threshold one tomorrow. Let's do willpower tonight because you need that for the hunger. So I'll prioritize that.
Actually, I will be using cool for hunger checks.
Oh. My brain kept saying discipline. Never mind.
Yeah, me and Josh
either.
me and Josh just talked about that as the session started.
So roll discipline to check how much strain that I heal for the short rest.
No, or wait.
Look, just if you look at the cheat sheet,
Yes.
everyone can benefit in a short rest for what it shows.
Yes,
there.
you are correct.
Yeah, it says simple
Yeah.
discipline or cool to recover strain
Okay.
equal to
Roll discipline.
success.
Alright, I'll do that in a second. But for this check, I got 4 and 4.
That was the difficulty. Let me see here.
Hard diff.
Okay, thank you. 3 threat.
Okay.
1, 4,
Then
so
we
you
get rid of the crit for the wound threshold, I guess, since you don't need your willpower for the hunger. And I'm at 14 out of 15 strain, so that is it for now.
I would like to do a medicine check on myself, but I do not have tools.
Okay, that just increases the difficulty.
Yep. I'll let you know, because you gotta roll those dice, right?
Thank you.
I don't
1
want to
threat.
be a bother to anyone else. I just... Okay, I got... You said you just got 1 threat?
Correct.
Okay, so I got 2 success and 2 advantage, so that's 2 wound off of my back and 2 strain off of my back. Okay.
And then you can also do the discipline or cool check.
Yep, I did that. Alrighty.
I did discipline and recovered 1 strain. I did medicine and I got 1 and 1. So that's 1 off of, excuse me, wounds and 1 off strain again.
Advantage does nothing for you in the discipline/cool check, right?
Correct.
Okay. I got 4 strain back.
Nice. So for the folks who, everyone can do that medicine check as long as on top of their discipline, unless Wretch did his healing check, not the critical one, but the healing check that takes the place of your short rest check. So if anyone else wants to roll that, go ahead. Just let me know if you're doing that with medicine tools or not.
I'll do that.
Okay.
With just the check, no tools or anything.
I rolled 1 threat.
Or well, hold
Oh,
on.
good.
If I use a health potion, that'll just give me 5 more health, correct?
Yes.
Then I'll just do a regular one. 2 and 2.
All right. So you recover 2 health and 1 threat, or 1 strain. Sorry.
I am El Snoozin'.
As you guys recover, and the evening wears on, the logistics of stabilizing the area button up, and late into the evening, probably like 8 or 9 o'clock, people start to celebrate and finally cut loose as people who are already been allocated to stand watch have been standing watch. The wounded are being tended to by the people who can tend to the wounded, and so on and so forth. And so a great celebration takes place. Does anyone go and hang out with the leaders or the small folk or anything like that? Or are you guys held up in your rooms together?
Bull will probably sit down and eat a hearty meal with the warriors.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll do that before I go to bed.
They all immediately engage into friendly competition about, oh, I killed 3, and oh no, I killed 4, and oh bullshit, I saw you running, and all this sort of stuff as they clap each other on the back and engage in this moment of camaraderie together.
And during a quiet spell, Bull's just like, I killed 2 demigods.
You guys are praised amongst the group. Can you both give me a charm check?
Oh boy.
Who's both?
Sorry, you and Ilya, but actually you can do charm or was it present?
Can I do
Not
cool?
presentation.
Performance?
Performance, yeah.
So charm or performance?
Yeah.
Both the same roll for me.
I got 3 advantage.
I'm not very charming. Or performance. I got 2 advantage.
Man, you guys are killing it.
So,
I swing axe good. I don't
a
dance.
couple people mention you guys and whatnot, but it seems that everyone was caught up in what they were doing, that you are just one of the group for many folks here. Of course, some people are a bit standoffish with Ilya since he's not Wolund, and they're like, what's going on there, so to speak. But word from the leaders comes through, and they give you a good letter of recommendation to the group, so to speak, as they continue in the revelries. Late into the evening, Midas speaks solemn words of the dead and lays his brothers' heads in a searing hot fire to burn away the what remains of them there as well. He does call. He does ask. Actually, he goes over to you, Bull, and he asks, "Know where I might find the horns of my brother?"
And I kind of glance at Ilya.
I took them from his head in a way that he might continue to serve Azralam. I understand that in his death, he made the wrong choice, but he was an honorable warrior, and I thought this would be a way to honor him. But he is one of your people, not mine. So if you have a purpose for his horns that will honor him in a better way, I will freely give them to you.
His brow scrunches up, and he genuinely just asks, "What are your intentions?"
To keep them with my sword. It is blessed by Azralam himself. So that his service to Azralam could continue on through me. His faith in both nature and the God that blessed me with the power of this sword is something that I feel should live on. But he was not my brother like he was yours, so if there's something you need of them, then they are yours. And I hand them to him.
He takes them, and looking at them, pauses for a moment before handing you one of them back. And goes, "Through Ranvalar, may you always be connected with your brother in Azralam. May you find guidance from the herd caller that stood by my side. Mayhaps our gods will work through him that we may continue to guide each other. I will keep this on me, as you do its pair.
Thank you.
That night you see him fashion basically a necklace out of it. And he offers to do the same thing for you.
Hell yeah.
That's a big necklace.
Yeah, it is. It's this would be considered like a pendant, like a religious pendant. And this was a bison's horn, so it's actually it's stubby and it comes quickly to a horn, so to speak. So for him, it's a necklace. For Midas, it's a necklace. That's actually a good point. This might be something that you would either like hang off of your belt, or you could hang it off of your, almost like a brooch type pendant sort of thing. But you can adorn yourself with it at this point.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't work as a necklace.
if you don't
Actually,
try
hold
hard
on a
enough.
second.
Just forget the scale of a bison.
Right?
Big bodies, little heads. Kind of. They actually have giant heads.
Wait,
Actually-
bison have giant heads. What?
They're enormous.
Yeah. So actually, hold on. He I'll do you one better. He comes back, and throughout the night, he fashions from his brother's horn a horn. The tip has been cut off, and it has been cleaned out from the inside. And he will offer to trade you that.
Okay.
You'll have a horn that you can blow from the horn.
You're gonna be blowing him all the time.
Yeah. Right in front of my comrades. I get all wet and sloppy putting my lips on there.
Okay, you can stop now.
Aww.
Uh, and I will give you more details about that later.
I demand details now.
Uh-huh.
Well,
So
you can
they
demand
will
all
see
you
it.
want. All it does is kill your character.
Wow.
Good. Do it.
So
Like-
as the
like
as
Bard.
the as the evening gets later yet, the free Bularau comes forth. What's up, Emery?
You didn't ask what Retch or I had been doing all that time. Could we have
You were working on your little guy, and he was taking a nap,
I
right?
was sleeping.
Oh, I thought that all happened and then the party started.
You can, yeah. I mean, you can also be your dude's going to take a long rest to heal himself. So you can do that by the fire with people. You can change what you would like to do. So what would you like to have?
Yeah, I was
What would you
planning
like
to
me
do that
doing?
for a short rest, not a long rest. Like,
Gotcha.
actively myself. I was hoping to basically get to know Anexia a little bit better and hopefully smooth that over a bit more.
Okay.
Is she the one that stabbed me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be better if
Um,
she would like to stab us less in the future, is my thought.
To be honest, Bull has completely forgot about it.
That's fair.
Asking around, you hear that Anexia can be found standing guard up in the canopy. and you are pointed in her general direction.
Okay. Yeah, I would go check on her.
As you approach, she is way, way up high on a limb that gives you a breathtaking view of the stellarium and all of the celestial bodies in their vibrant state of motion and color adorning the night sky. There you find her perched, staring out both at the sky, but also at the far distant north.
Do you spot any trouble?
No. No, I think tonight the trouble has passed. But I feel it. This far from Midas. Ever since your brother rode in and Uldrayan just pulled the wool from over from over our eyes. This wood, it's weeping. It's weeping blood. And it makes me hungry.
Oh no.
Yeah, the hunger is a heavy weight to bear without Midas nearby. I can feel it pressing in too, but I want to do a check to see if she's how feral she looks, so to speak.
Yep, give me an interpretation check.
She gonna be stabbing Bull again? You would warn me, right, Emery?
Yeah, probably, as long as the hunger hasn't gotten too far along on me, you know. 3 and 2.
Looking at her, you see a pain to her expression and to her words that is born from empathy of her people, and you know that she is far from gone in any sense here.
I feel like the hunger might be stoking the fire of this war. I'm sorry for your men, that were lost at my team's hand. Although we blame the hunger for it, although the hunger is at fault for that, it's still a burden we bear, I guess.
I want to be angry at you, at your friend, at Cain, all those who sided with him. But I walked amongst the corpses, and I saw a family, and I honestly don't know which side they were on. I don't know. We're just killing each other.
I kind of get into like a somber silence and just kind of sit there and watch the stars with her for a bit. Unsure what else to say,
You could try and convince her to remove the snake that's in me.
Oh, that's gone already, buddy.
What? I thought she kept it in there just as assurance.
Maybe she did. I don't remember. That's calloused over. It's just more soak at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine now. Clearly.
after a while, you hear a fluttering, and Praetor Muktak lands next to Anexia. We are calling for next steps. It is time, Anexia, to meet with the council. If your group, he's gesturing, he's looking at you now, Emery. If your group is to play a role, I suggest you follow.
All right. I do.
There's a similar call by Bularau to Midas to come, and it is apparent to Ilya and Bull nearby as well that they're meeting to talk about next steps for them. Midas looks at you guys and says, I don't know where your path leads now. We're off to talk of our next steps. If we can send you off in any way that can be of help, it may be worthwhile for you to be at this meeting. If you plan on staying, well, we could use your input as well. And he walks over to where the leadership is meeting.
I think we should meet with him. Gonna
All right.
walk
As I-
over to him.
Push myself up from the table and walk that way.
Okay, is anyone grabbing Wretch or no?
Yeah, invite him along.
You gotta invite me in person.
I mean, is he leadership?
No.
Part of the group, he's gonna be there.
All right, I'll go get little baby Wretch and carry him back to the meeting without waking him up.
Scoop me.
Before we get to the meeting.
Yeah. I'm all eepy.
Nice.
Let's put this to the side. I hate having one screen. So as they congregate, Midas briefly explains what has happened in the backlines, so to speak, with having saved Watandu last, Bentham Hollowhorn also having met up with, and the saving of Oliver as well. They discuss that there are reinforcements coming, theoretically from Lemoore. And they also mention that Nogrin has unleashed the corpse fleas behind enemy lines, or was at least last seen heading that way, intent on doing so. There's this conversation goes on for quite a while as they gasp at some of these revelations and discuss what it could possibly mean for the group. Eventually, it's decided that they can't push forward. They don't have the forces to push back against Kane, and that it's not a good choice for them to do that anyways, because they do not know the situation with the corpse fleas.
Hmm.
And so, with that being said, Anexia volunteers to basically make a trip back to Watandu last and Bentham Hollowhorn to let them know that things have stabilized, and to give guidance to any reinforcements on to where to go and how to get there.
Being a past general or whatever of Kane's, is there any kind of input that I can give them based off of how I think he might react?
So you were effectively like a platoon sergeant. So you worked for someone who worked for someone who worked for Kane. I'm going to say that you can hypothesize anything you might want, knowing what's been going on in the forest with the Call of the Hunger, etc. But I don't have information to give you.
Yeah, then
that
I'll
would be a tipped hand.
Yeah, I would just be keeping my mouth shut then.
Okay. It is described that at this point, Kane Valak was last seen, basically fighting at Yggdrasil, right? That's where all of the competitions happened, and that's like the holiest place for the Woolland. So, that being said, his forces were led by several other lieutenants, for instance, Bismuth and his brother, whose name I can't remember right off the top of my head.
Remir.
Remir, thank you. And so there's not really, no one's really sure where Kane is or what his plan is. His base, his original home base, was the Braided Aits, etc. So their hope is to bring reinforcements to this front line and see what they can do to hold from there. At this point, Bularau turns towards you guys. We must solidify our stance here. But Midas has shown us that your kin are suffering. Something to note, the Timbermen haven't shown any signs of being affected by the hunger. But anyways,
Sorry, can I? So the Timbermen haven't shown any signs of the hunger. Have the Tikaknu that we? Because I know that they didn't have the other, like they were more resistant to like the corruption in Lemoore, but I'm not sure if I'm getting my wires crossed on if we've seen the hunger affect them.
The Tikaknu are susceptible.
They are?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Thanks.
No, you're fine. So he basically makes this subtle comment, right? He says,
yeah.
With the presence of Midas, we have noticed your affliction. I don't know what your plans are, but you have a part to play. We would like to know what that part is.
Well, I think the quickest way to end this would be figuring out what is afflicting Cinder and how to heal him.
So at this point, because these characters don't really have much information on that, aside from what you've told Midas, what you know is that something corrupted the creature of the depths in the Crystal Tarn, and that it killed the thing of the depths in the Crystal Tarn, and has somehow now infected Cinder. It is something that is living, probably either a parasite or a virus of some sort. You got that information from Leanne and Shay, who referred to it as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
There were notes on what this thing could be, and one of the things that you guys have found out is that whatever the black spot is essentially some sort of byproduct of this thing killing the thing of the depths. You have discovered that this thing is attracted to magical entities. And you have a couple of options that have been laid out through your investigation. Because it's not something that you can just kind of like go and kill, your options are to kill Cinder, at which point this thing might just leave its host, to somehow confine this thing, because it does need to eat. If you were to somehow confine Cinder, eventually Cinder would die and this thing would just run out of stuff to eat. Or you can try to lure it out or suck it out somehow. The idea was posed that maybe Herondadolf, who is a channeler of Cinder, might be able to help lure this thing out. Otherwise, you can attempt to do more research in Lemoore to figure out how to maybe do something using the companies there to try to lure this thing out. If you get it out of Cinder, then the hunger problems go away because Cinder's no longer infected. You just have this parasite you have to deal with at that point. So if you get it into a different host, like Herondadolf or Wretch or someone like that, you would solve the hunger issues, but now you've got someone else who's infected that's probably going to die.
Wretch, could you just, like, tell your goddess that it's really ugly?
There is another solution, though, to part 2. And that is that Leanne and Shay mentioned that the Onyx had some sort of cage, some sort of weird thing that could potentially be used. If you brought it to her, she could talk to someone she knows to figure out how to operate it and be able to pokeball whatever the hell is going on with Cinder.
So we bring Cinder to it, or we lure the sickness out, put it in someone, and bring that person to it?
It's up to you guys.
That last option is we'd have to go talk to the Onyx, get the cage, take the cage to Leanne and Shay. Leanne and Shay tells us how to use it. Then we go back to Cinder and try and lure it out and put it in the cage.
Correct.
What if we lured Cinder out of the forest, brought him back to Lemoore, and found the cage and put him in it?
Just put Cinder in the cage?
Yeah, put Cinder in the cage.
That doesn't fix the hunger, though.
I really don't love the idea of, like, luring Cinder out of the forest towards Lemoore. Like, that sounds catastrophic.
I'm gonna tie a big salmon around my waist and run to Lemoore.
What I really like is how Josh is like, you don't have to kill Cinder. First 2 options he lists: violently kill Cinder, starve Cinder to death.
Yeah. So there are ways to get this thing out of Cinder. But you don't have to get it out of Cinder. You can try doing something else. So at this point, and then the last option that Nogrin and Midas mentioned is that if you guys get their constituent buddies from the ululation, which is the Scyllin channelers. So if you get another channeler for Ranvalar and another one for Scrot, they might be able to basically take the relationship between Cinder and his parasite and go from it being a parasitic relationship into a symbiotic relationship. But what you would end up getting is something in between. You would have. You don't know what will happen, essentially.
So it sounds like our best option is find Herandadolf and see if he can help us come up with a plan. That sounds like the fastest option. The safest, longest option is going to get the cage, but those guys don't like you guys. And there's a lot of travel in there.
Yeah.
well,
So
Randadrolf is. There was something about him.
he's also known
being
as the
that.
cannibal.
Yeah.
he's
okay.
a werewolf.
He's a
So
werewolf.
if anything, we
Who's
just kill him.
he's a werewolf who's AWOL right now.
Yeah.
And you guys have found him. You guys have found tracks of him screwing with the gnolls up in the Fringewood.
He was the one that we believe was just going around murdering people, right? When
Correct.
all this started.
It is believed that he's running around murdering gnolls.
Sounds like a good guy.
I feel
Well, we're
like,
not gnolls.
yeah, trying to capture him alive and bring him back to Midas to start. Like, see if being out of the corruption of the hunger changes his demeanor or not. And just having him either as a prisoner
Sure,
or,
I can grapple him all the way back here.
you know.
Really, we just have to grapple him once and hog tie him.
What if we just grapple Midas and bring him with us?
Yeah. Some way to record an inspirational message from Midas that we could play.
Yeah, can we somehow take Midas's essence with us to the target?
I mean-
have dinner.
You guys can somehow slip him some of that black rind tea.
Wait, can we just splash him with that mud that Wretch is still carrying around in his pocket?
Yeah.
You could certainly splash him with mud.
Whether or not it's effective, well.
We won't know till we do it. We have options, is what I'm hearing.
There's a whole spectrum of quality in a mud splash.
Okay.
All right.
I
So what do you
definitely
guys wanna
think-
do?
I don't think we should do any of the options that kill Cinder. Well,
No,
I might as well just do it in person. I don't really think we should consider violence towards one of the gods. Pantheons are a delicate balance of politics beyond our understanding, and what seems pertinent at one point can cause a massive imbalance that is just tomorrow's problem.
Well, yeah, and if we make him happy, he might boon us. So that's another reason not to kill him.
Also, like, this is Jajan. Also, like, I don't mean any disrespect, but
Kill Cinder. And like Bull looks at him just deadpan, like I can do it.
falls on the ground laughing.
I got a literal god killer sword. Bull is real big.
Yeah, I got a god killer sword, and he couldn't even injure one of the demigods.
Okay.
Well,
All of that
Cinder
aside,
doesn't
though.
worship Azrael as far as I'm aware, so we'll be Gucci.
Yeah, okay, all of that killing gods aside, because I agree with Wretch, we're not doing that. That's a very good point, Wretch. On your side there. Did anyone know Herandadolf? Or was that his name?
Herandadolf.
Herandadolf? Before this? Was he more sane than he sounds now? Or has he always been the cannibal?
Ularau speaks up. Herandadolf is a good man. Before werewolves are not just channelers. To become one is a sacrifice. a sacrifice not only of oneself, but of a loved one who lays bare and gives up their soul in order for a being to be created that bridges the gap between our world in the woodlands and your world. Rondadrolf was a man. A man in love with the woodland. He gave himself to set right the balance of the constant struggle between Awoken and Outlanders. It may be that what he is doing is just and in accordance with our gods. But we can't trust Cinder based off of the information and what we know now. We can't even trust ourselves outside of the constant struggle that Midas stands fast against to keep us able to work together.
So maybe there is a chance that if we found him and we were able to get the hunger to stop affecting him somehow. I don't want to, like, maybe that would help. We could talk to him with some clarity. I'm sure his connection to Cinder's driving him mad, if, given Cinder's condition. And then maybe he could have some insight, like you said, Bull.
So we should find him, try and calm him down, and then talk to him.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any idea where he was last seen?
Yeah, you guys would have the most privy information on that.
Wasn't he sitting at like a weird fire staring at Cinder or something?
That's a different guy.
Oh,
He
crap.
was in the feeding grounds, and he was kind of an asshole. He was the one Lilun's boyfriend.
You guys are
Arbo?
you guys are talking about G's boyfriend, not about Herondadrolf.
My bad.
Yeah, we haven't met Herondadrolf yet.
Correct. So you guys heard about you guys can see the map right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys were in this area on your way back from Lanternport with Watandu last in tow, going through a couple of the local villages when you heard about the footsteps of Herondadrolf, or the cannibal.
I'm sorry, where are we now?
It's at the Battle.
So right now you guys are at that mark called Battle of Thorns.
Okay.
And the thing that you circled in teal is where... Is what
Yeah,
you just...
just south of
Okay.
Lanternport.
I missed you circling
Yeah.
it. I just see it, so...
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Was it each square was one day?
Yeah. No. So each square is 1 day on a paved road. So it is roughly 3 days of travel for every square in the forest.
Okay.
And then when you get out into like fields and stuff like that, if you're not on a road, if you're just trekking across land, it's 2 days.
Would would the fact that I have Swift help that at all, or is that
Wouldn't
more
help the
specific
rest
to
of
the
us,
terrain?
really. Well,
I mean, if you want to get ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
yeah, the reason we got out so fast last time is because I was literally chopping everything down in our way.
Yeah, so it'll your Swift, I would allow you to take an easier athletics check when you're trying to navigate getting the hell out of here. But it wouldn't necessarily help mitigate other people's checks or anything like that. It would just make it less strenuous for you. Last time you guys got out of here too, you guys did some travel by water and stuff as well. And on your way here, you guys went around outside all the way down over to the Buckums and then went in from there. So,
And I think
all
that's our
factors.
best. Also, I'm saying this in character. I think our best bet, because I'm still kind of worried about them, is to head from here to the Buckums, and then kind of walk the Fringewood up north.
Mm-hmm.
And check in on the Buckums again and see if he has made it that far south and is attacking there in the area, or see if that issue has cleared itself up or not.
Yeah. I'm of a similar mind. That sounds good to me. One thing that we'll want to keep an eye out for on our way is if we can find any more of that either the skunk stuff or like that was what
Black
made
rind
the black rind tea.
makes the checks easier. Or black rind, does the skunk make it test easier? And then the tea just negates?
Duplicate. So the T, I believe, makes you no longer. I got it written down here. 1 second. Carry on the research.
Be nice to find either, I suppose.
The black rind tea will stave off the effects of the hunger for 1 day, and the gland of face skunk vapor rub will allow you to instantly pass a test.
Mm-hmm.
And Wretch, you had picked up some supplies, didn't you?
Yeah, I got something. 3 jars of magic stopping mud, 5 black rind.
And that's 5 pots of black rind tea, correct?
1 pot. Chittlecorp has more, is what I wrote to myself. So I believe that's 5.
Each one of the
I think
5.
each one makes a pot.
I think so.
Yeah, each of the tea things makes a pot. Ronderdolf looks at the others and he looks.
What?
He looks.
He's in the room?
Sorry, not Ronderdolf.
That made it so much
Boolarau,
easier.
right? Boolarau looks at the others and looks at these things. Black rind. Fey skunks.
Yes.
You are saying that if we were to get our best gatherers together, we may use these to help us against this call.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I thought you guys knew this already because one of your people are the ones that told us that.
No, you guys are the ones who figured this out.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it helps a lot. Wretch, explain it to him.
Explain the black rind?
I thought everybody already knew this.
However you make the tea.
Okay.
Oh my god!
So, you take hot water, and then you put the black rind in it, and then you pray really hard to Dahlia, and then your friends don't go insane. Kinda. Sometimes. Sort of. It's easier, but they still don't do that great.
Or
We
you
don't-
sniff a face skunk.
We don't know this Dahlia, but we can brew tea from black rind, and we can gather from the Grey Glade Fey skunks, and we can milk them.
May I posit that, not knowing Dahlia, you guys have been having a tough time. Just maybe connect those two dots. Consider that for like 5 seconds. But whatever, you do you.
If you would like to proselytize on behalf of your god and tell us of this Dahlia, I am sure there's those
Hours.
at
He's about
celebration
to talk for hours.
that
Lo-
would appreciate knowing
Love
of
is-
your god.
Love is love, but I think paying for it is illegal in certain parts of the world. So I just want to make sure that that's cool here, and I also don't see what that has to do with what's going on.
So they can start in on having gatherers try to get more of this stuff for both their own use and for your guys's.
The Black Rhine tea. That might be smart. We don't have a ton.
I
had
thought for
what-
sure somebody told us about it.
Nah, we figured it out. All right. Yeah, I bought what I could from Shuttle Corp, but they needed some as well, so they gave me like 5, so we could use more.
Yeah, because it's going to take us like at least 5 days just to get out of these woods back to the Buckums. At least 5 days.
And these people hurry up and invent the Star Wars speeders that like
Well, actually, I was looking through the towns today. I'm like, how do none of us have teleport yet?
teleport's a thing.
That
Yeah.
seems like
Isn't
And
it
you can
Highway
teleport
Travel?
like up to 5 people with you.
no way.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, did I lose you guys?
No, we hear you.
Oh no.
Can you
Uh-oh.
hear us, Josh? I don't think Josh can hear us. So yeah, everybody talk about teleport right now because it's actually not that hard.
Teleport.
How many XP?
I think it's a tier 4.
Yeah, it's a tier 4.
I feel like thematically, like who you gonna have teleport, like
Bull, of course.
Yeah.
right.
Because I mean, if I fail, we just don't go anywhere, and I'll just
picks
keep
all of us
trying
up
until
in-
we succeed.
Just picks all of us up in his arms and throws us where we need to go.
Yeah, it's not actually teleport. It's just upsies.
Yeah, extreme upsies with fall damage.
Upsies with extreme prejudice.
Yeah, that checks out.
I can't remember what the skill check is. I think it's an Arcana check or something like that.
It has to be. Yeah.
I can
Some
actually
sort of
look
magic.
since we're in a down here.
Which none of us do
Tier
magic.
3.
So
Tier 4 teleport. Teleportation. Yeah, you just have to have at least 1 rank in Arcana. Once per section, your character may use this talent to make a daunting Arcana check.
oh, Dawn.
If they succeed, they instantly vanish and reappear in any other location in the world they have already been to.
Wow.
Your character may bring up to 5 allies with them when they teleport. But there's going to be a setback for each ally.
Again, these talents, not something you can just buy anything if you have the XP at any point in time.
Oh no, he's back.
What up?
Now the map says Hadley.
Yeah, so Hadley is the town that you guys went through with the ferrymen, where you guys heard,
Got stared at.
yeah, and you guys heard more about the goings-on of Brondadrolf.
Okay. Well,
So,
I think we have the plan to head back to towards the Buckums ourselves. We've told the army about, the skunk juice and the black rind.
okay.
And they sound like they have a pretty concrete plan of marching in the direction of Yggdrasil. So,
Anexia speaks up and states that she's going to go with you guys. all the way to the Nexus. So she can talk to the leadership, let them know about you guys' victory, and also let them know about the tea as well as the skunk stuff and all that sort of stuff. So they can get, because these guys over here, they're like the generals. They're just the war front. All of that other stuff is going to need to be logistics through supply chain and all that sort of stuff. So with that, I'm assuming you guys are going to start heading back towards the
We're gonna sleep.
Yeah, after
I
a
was
long
promised
rest.
a
Right,
long
yeah,
rest.
right.
Jesus.
So the leaders say, obviously you guys can spend the night here. If there's any resources you guys would like before heading out, feel free, and good luck.
So before we go to bed for the night, Bull would like to see if there's any more coffee or health potions to be had.
Yeah. So they can give you. I'm gonna say they're gonna give you. Give me a streetwise roll.
Oh God. You know how cunning I am.
Or negotiation.
Too late. 2 and 1.
2 and 1. They are able to get you 2 health potions, which are in the form of fruit. And then another roll for negotiation or for
It's the same roll for either one.
streetwise.
1 and 2.
They give you a bag of coffee, which
Well, by coffee I meant stamina potions.
Yep, a bag of
Just to be
coffee
clear.
beans, which you can use effectively to brew yourself a stamina potion to be used at any point in time.
Okay, so quantity of 1 stamina potion essentially, but it
Yes.
has to be prepared. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, not
Which you
20.
can do while you're traveling and whatnot. It's really no big deal.
Do they expect any payment, or are they just giving me these?
Nope. No, you just have them.
And then on my way back to bed, I don't know enough about my backstory or the history of the Woolen to know if this is a no-no or not. But before I go to bed, I'm intending to walk over to the ashes of the 2 heads, and I was gonna stick my fingers in them, and then make 1 line over each eye.
Yeah, no, you can do that. The skulls are still there, and doing that is respectful. So it is. Midas even looks at you and nods at one point.
All right, that's all I want to do before we go to sleep.
Anyone doing anything tonight? Are you guys doing any watches? Are you guys all collapsing?
I think we
I
earned a
think we got
collapse.
watches.
I think we're safe to not take watches for once.
How could that?
Unless there's any
Definitely.
backstabbers.
Not just jinxed it. That's fine.
Which somebody would have to backstab really hard to get through my soak and wake me up.
Yeah,
That's what the eyeball is for.
those are closed.
He's just got these
Again, they gotta make it through my soak before they
Yeah,
get to my eyeballs.
his eyelids are just bark. You guys can all get the benefits of a long rest. You can also get the benefits of a hot meal.
Whoa.
It's been so long since I've had a meal, I forgot what it does.
It's an extra HP recovery, so you guys
Yeah.
get 2 tonight.
I'm looking through
Neat.
the cheat sheet at the moment, but I can't remember what it's under. Is it just under healing?
Yep.
Healing wounds and strain, yeah.
During combat, sure. Okay.
Did I get any benefit from going to the triage tent?
Oh yeah, you did that.
I thought you left and went and found Wretch, so I wasn't sure whether or not because you wanted your rat stuff taken care of while you were there.
Yeah, but I think I said that I went back in line.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, did you get any short rest healing?
Yeah, so I did the I did a medicine check and a discipline check for health and strain, and I recovered 1 health from my own medicine check.
Then
Are we
recover 4 more.
Thank you, sir.
Are
Yep.
we sleeping in real beds?
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're not like real civilization beds.
No cotton.
Especially
killing.
with how crowded this place is tonight.
We take priority.
Yeah, you guys got beds. Other people are just partying all night.
That doesn't sound like we got priority. That sounds like we got coincidence.
No, we acted our age and we went to bed early.
Yeah, you guys are definitely the guests of honor. Take this room that's unoccupied. Looks like there's someone's bags and stuff in here. What? No, those are gift bags.
Hey, as long as
for
there's not
guests.
bodies in this room, you should be fine.
As long as there's no bodies and the room itself isn't a mimic, I
Mhm.
think we'll be happy.
I mean, we're dealing with elves here and the Call of the Hunger, so it might be a mimic room.
Mhm.
Stupid stinking elves.
All right. So you guys set off on the following day. Introduction. Why is that? Where is my day thing? Day 11. Why does it say day 11? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe it means day 111. Okay. Let's see here. Back to the map. So you guys are heading out from the Battle of Thorns. How do you guys want to travel here?
1 foot in front of the other.
Do you guys want to go? You guys want to go down to the feeding grounds, or try to traverse the thicket lands?
I don't like heights anymore.
I guess if we're being accompanied back by what's her name, we should let her lead. Because I assume she's gonna know the best way.
Okay. Assuming you guys are following her, then she's gonna set just an average pace, not going too hard or anything like that. No hell bent for leather here. And with her help, you guys will cut a third of the time for the trip off, and you won't have to roll. So, with that, it's going to take her. Let's see here. You guys can travel with her for 2 days before having to split off, and her direction will deviate from your guys's.
Shit.
Okay.
Can we get some rations before we leave? I'm getting low. I completely forgot until just
I was
now.
planning to search for rations and the skunk stuff and the black rind tea stuff on my way. However many of the things that Josh lets me look for over.
Yeah. So you guys can get an unlimited amount of rations from before you leave. So however much you want to carry
Paid for, I'm assuming.
for free.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
heroes.
I'm gonna grab 10.
I think the only factor for that is weight. I think every 10 is an encumbrance, if I'm not mistaken. Every 7 food
gonna say
rations is an
7.
encumbrance.
Okay, I will take exactly 7 then.
It should just be 10. That should just be 10 food rations as an
Oh.
encumbrance.
Okay, I will take 10.
We don't do 7-day
hold on.
weeks in this world.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 8 because I currently have 2.
Okay.
Neat.
Okay. With you guys all stocked up on food, we're going to need. I think it was 3 days. We're gonna need a couple of checks from you guys.
You said
no.
no checks.
For travel.
None.
Yeah, we're going
for
to need
mental
a
state.
couple of Call of the Hunger checks.
You said
No
It was
survival checks. No.
Yeah, but I
navigation
mentioned
checks.
I was getting hungry.
this is rigged.
Absolutely. What is this?
Hey, at least Josh knows how we feel now that he was fighting a boss and it healed.
Right. Okay, so this should be day 112. Sorry, one second. I have record keeping here.
He's distracted. Kill him.
Wow.
That would be very
Mhm.
nice at all, Raj.
He's distracted. Kill him.
Oh no.
But then
Okay.
the story wouldn't continue.
So, throughout these first 2 days of travel, are you guys doing anything for your Call of the Hunger checks? Tea, vapor rub, anything like that? And additionally, one of the options that you have is Wretch. You learn how to sit and meditate during your watch to be able to swap someone's willpower with yours. Basically, trying to get them through the check for them. So you can still choose to do that.
Oh, I guess if Emery was looking for stuff on those first 2 days, can we wait until
Yeah, can we
to
check
see if
that
she
quick?
found anything?
Yes. Okay. So I need a survival check from Emery.
1, 2, 3. 3 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. The first day, you are not able to find any of either a skunk or the black rind tea.
Okay.
But you were able to find a track that might lead a detour towards a skunk.
So, just my opinion is we should use the items that we have until we don't have them, instead of relying on checks for this. So for
Mhm.
example, if you don't find anything, we should just make a batch of tea that Rich
Yup.
has and not risk it.
Okay, do you want a detour to grab a skunk or keep moving?
Keep in mind, once you leave, you'll get completely cleaned out. Like, you'll be completely refreshed once you get out of the forest.
Does the Buckums
Mhm.
count as
Correct.
out?
The Buckums is in the fields of the Lamore barony.
But it's gonna take us like 6 days to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so you found tracks on the first day for a fey skunk. Little octarine residue on some branches. What would you like to do?
If we were to try tracking it, what does that fall under? Knowledge nature, or would that be like an animal husbandry or something?
Knowledge, nature, or survival?
Alright, and if this was knowledge nature, would it be a native citizen involved?
No, because this thing is very specific to the Grey Glade area.
Okay.
Very
So
lucky that you found a track at all.
Yeah, so that is up to the more smarter people.
I would have a yellow and 3 green if
I
we
can't
did.
hear you.
I would have a yellow and 3 green if we did, but I also acknowledge that would take us off course, so...
I
could
don't
go
think we
either.
should chase it down.
Okay.
But there's still 2 other people in the party that haven't given any input.
Yeah.
I was waiting for her thing to be done.
Yeah, I don't do smart stuff. I murder, and I backflip. I think that we should not chase it down if it's going away from
Okay.
The Buckums.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have a guide, so isn't the guide just going to be standing there watching you chase the skunk around?
Yeah. Okay.
She's going
So
in the other
we
direction.
won't
though.
we won't follow
Seems
it.
a little awkward.
We won't follow it. We'll go. We'll take the tea tonight. If
All right, so the first night we're drinking tea.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
believe the first night that's an instant success for everyone. No, it just blanks the effects of the hunger for the day. So,
then
You still roll to get hunger, it just stops the symptoms from showing.
correct.
then we
So-
probably don't need that.
Probably don't want to take the tea.
Right away.
Yeah.
We'll wait
tea's
till the
for-
second night.
The tea's for after you're fucked to
Yeah.
clear someone to give them a chance to be human again.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how hungry Bull gets on the first night.
Okay, it's been a while since we rolled these. Is it discipline for most people, or is it cool?
Discipline.
Either
or
one.
Bull.
A triumph, a success, and 2 advantage.
Nice.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Or success, 3 advantage.
You're fine.
Yay.
Are you meditating during your watch for anyone?
Not yet, because you said
Okay.
swap, and I don't know if I want to take hunger stuff so far.
No, it's you would give them your willpower. I believe last time we made it so that way you just only got half the benefit of a rest that night.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If we're swapping, then no.
Yeah.
Alright, then Emery, you have 2 yellows and 3 greens.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
fuck Bull.
Thank you. Yeah.
2 and 2.
You're fine.
4 and 2. Thanks, bud.
You're all fine. The second day continues as you follow Anexia.
Emery has a dream of being stupid, but very self-confident. Listen, I can hardly read, but man, I feel great about myself.
Beautiful. It's
Second
nice.
night, same thing as the first.
Can I search for stuff first along the route?
Yes, you may.
Oops. Shit. Oh. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3.
3 and 3.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, you find tracks for a skunk. It looks like it may have wandered this way.
This man really wants us to get
Really
No,
wants us to have skunk.
Nope,
No,
skunk.
I rolled a d6 on a 1 through 3. It was going to be Timurin's tea related, and if it was 4, 5, or 6, it was going to be more skunk related.
Sure.
I got. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I would look in the immediate area for it, like, you know what I mean, like wander 10 minutes or so to see if there is anything along the trail, and then double back if it continued on.
Okay. Give me another survival check. Although I would allow. No, yeah, it just should be survival. check.
Survival's fine. That's what I would probably choose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. 0
5.
advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Moving just 10 minutes out. How much advantage did you say you rolled?
Nada.
None. Okay, so take 2 strain.
Okay.
As you move along. You think that it is probably pretty close by. Depending on what you want to do now, it's like, are you gonna try to catch this thing, kill it? Regardless, it's probably gonna be a stealth roll to try to catch up to it.
I'm really good at stealthing catching up to
It's
things.
imminent. Like you come like hot scat.
Who
Okay.
can throw rocks good?
For the hunger, I rolled 1 triumph and 3 success.
We're not rolling for the hunger yet.
We're not there yet.
Oh,
But I would double back and be like, Ilya, I think it's just this way. You're probably better at this than me. If you
all
wanna,
right.
catch it or however you want to do it. Catching it would be nice. I don't want to necessarily hurt it, but
You do realize
I
it's a
think I
skunk,
could-
right?
yeah,
It's a
Skunks are
fey skunk.
adorable.
All right, I'll stealth it.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Look at him stealthing.
Wait, are you going with?
No, I was gonna have him. Yeah, I'm not sneaky.
2 and
Okay.
3.
You said 2 and 2?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Going upon the directions of Emery, you are able to pick out a semblance of traces of light purple flecks that seem to glisten and disappear in the air. And as you get closer, you find this small, furry thing that seems to be moving along before it seems to evaporate. And the evaporated form of it drifts like a fog before recondensing at another bush as this thing chortles and picks berries.
Excuse me. So I'm going to use my headdress. Use one of its charges.
Okay.
And
Using one of your charges causes you to glamour into invisibility, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can add a yellow to my cool or stealth check.
All right. It's good for like what, a minute?
10 minutes.
Nice. Okay.
It worked hard on that bird.
You chameleon into the background here. I love how you've had this thing this whole time, and the first time you use it is like
To catch a skunk.
a skunk.
What is that?
I knew
not
my
what
day
we're supposed to
would
do?
come.
Mm-hmm. Saving it for the
Do
important
your
ones.
charges reset, or do you just have a limited amount of them?
3 and 4, I have no idea.
I believe it's a limited amount, and then you have to get it recharged. It's not something that just recharges on its own. What are you attempting to do right now, sir?
I'm trying to get close to it. Close enough that I can wrestle it.
Okay.
Wait, hold
Is
on.
it
Do they
3
get
and 4?
more? Yeah.
Yeah. You stalk up to it, and its little tail is swooshing back and forth as it's strutting from one bush to another, digging at some roots now with its tiny little paws.
Excuse me. I'm gonna hoist it up. Try to pick it up.
Okay. You're going to attempt to grapple it.
Yep.
Give me either an athletics or a coordination roll.
So, do I get my extra green die from my glove?
Yes, you do. And get 2 boost die for you getting the drop on this thing.
Do you have a face mask?
I've got gumption. Holy shit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 3.
I rolled 1 failure, 1 threat, and a despair. As you grab this thing, you get face skunks just full on blasted as this thing panics and does that, like, you picked up a dog too far backwards or a cat and it starts to like wheel back and forth. So you are now hacking and wheezing on like this ethereal skunk matter, but it's in your hands. What are you doing?
Can
I'm
you
gonna give it-
describe the flavor?
I gotta figure that one out still.
I imagine I imagine it's like when you're a middle schooler and some kid who has really bad BO tries to cover it up with heavy Axe body spray.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
like really fruity but over body death.
It's also got that sensation of pop rocks in your mouth right now, like very, very heavy pop rocks.
But you don't feel hungry.
Oh,
I'd
and
never
your invisibility just completely goes away.
I would expect as much. Yeah. So gonna try to hoof it back.
This thing is going wee 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 as you have it in your hands, and you guys.
Give it forehead Can I try to calm it down with soothing words and forehead kisses? I speak primordial.
Give me an animal husbandry check
Hell
as
yeah.
you are holding onto this thing.
I can also, if you wait till you get back, I can help you with that.
2 and 2.
It is panicking. For the first 2 minutes that you're trying to do this. How long would you like to try to do this before you just end up dragging it back to the community?
Well, some animals will die from panic and shock, so I don't want that to happen. Can I give it? Gonna try again?
Yeah. If you want to take 10 minutes to try to calm it, you can.
Oh, I didn't do. Oh no, never mind. 2 and 1.
It wears its little self out, and it has decided to play possum at this point. It is still absolutely terrified.
Okay, well, it's playing possum, which is closer. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the little scamp back to the party, smelling like absolute horror.
Also known as Axe body spray.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he comes out of the woods coughing and hacking with this thing in his arms.
and we're all coughing and hacking as we catch a whiff of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh.
I'm gonna walk up to him like, poor little guy, and I'm gonna try and like feed him half of one of my rations.
Your fear aura procs.
Oh, come on!
And the thing is... So you can give me an animal husbandry check, but your fear aura is going to make the check harder.
That's okay. It makes they just cancel each other out then.
Oh man.
Ooh, a triumph and 1 success.
Okay. With the triumph, so you rolled a triumph and a success, meaning that you rolled 2 success and a triumph total.
Yes, if that's how that works.
Okay. So if you spend the triumph on an additional or a third success, you will pass.
I will do that.
Okay. Something that you quickly realize is that probably like putting this thing in a bag or something like that might help it not feel like it's literally in the clutches of a predator. And so you whip out a burlap sack and attempt to put this thing in this burlap sack for now, and effectively just tie it off and let it sit in darkness.
I will keep it. I'll keep it with me.
Should we name him? Do you think that would make him feel better?
How
I
about
gave
we
him
wait
4 hit kisses, and he just got
until
real
it
mad.
settles down?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We should get to know him better first. Yeah, okay.
You see a weird vine start reaching out and like pokes the bag. It's Querbus.
Corbus! No, that's not helping.
Stop it, Querbus.
No. And I like back up so that he's far away from
Control
me.
your thing.
Arbus.
It's saying, is it food?
No. Nope.
Not yet.
That is our friend. It is a friend,
Oh,
not food.
There is a face skunk in a bag next to you guys.
So anyway, where were we?
So yeah, we're just gonna have to do our test again tonight because we don't know what to do with this thing yet.
Yeah.
One thing that Wretch would know
what
is because he's the one who's had the vapor rub in the past, right?
yeah.
Smells a lot like the vapor rub. What's all over Ilya?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll just keep it with us, and
We have
maybe
a
it's smell.
You have a skunk friend now.
Yeah.
So I will just point out for the rest of the time that we're traveling, I will, like, when I'm sitting out for my watch, I will, like, work with the little guy to try and warm him up a little bit.
Okay.
Or if we're
So-
walking along and I find berries, I'll pick a couple and give them to him.
So Anexia is like, well, you all seem to be in a. Honestly, I can't say, but I think you will be all right. I think we're parting on better terms this time than last.
I hope so.
What was that?
I hope so.
Bull is literally like, just like, yeah, for now.
Hopefully, that new friend of yours will keep you on level fields.
Hopefully.
Anyways, I'll send Watandulast your regards. Good luck.
Okay.
My people are depending on you.
And good luck to you. If you see my brother, tell him hi.
She gives you one of these as like over her shoulder
Awesome.
and lopes away. With that, you guys finish out your day's travel, and I need you to give me another check for the Call of the Hunger, but Ilya automatically passes.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Can I just open the bag and go?
Just like all the party members getting around sniffing Elia. It's like
No, not
just
sniffing
like-
Elia. I'm opening the skunk bag and I'm going.
If you shake the bag first, I'll allow it.
No, I'm not gonna
Oh.
do that. I'll just do the hunger check.
You can have 2 yellows and 3 greens.
I'm already rolling 2 yellows. I'm not too worried about it yet until I already get a check against me.
Okay.
You save your good night's sleeps.
Okay.
Who's
Yeah.
first?
Me, a triumph, 5 success, and 3 advantage.
Oh man, I rolled 4 failure. Damn you. You're fine.
I'm inflappable.
I wasted such a good roll on you. Who's
2
next?
and 2 again.
You fail. Feel the
Fuck
effects
yeah.
of the hunger burrowing deep
No.
into you.
It's not a good response.
It's not.
How
But
about
now
you,
we
Em?
can test the skunk.
I got a triumph, 2 success, and an advantage.
You were fine.
Woo! Woo!
All right. What does our friend Bull starts to feel? He starts to feel prideful. Faint nuisance, buddy.
Yeah, I'm already that.
Oh wait, you already have an effect of
No,
hunger, or are you just saying in general?
already prideful.
Yeah, it's palpable, his pride these days.
I'm gonna do so good with the skunk.
It's gonna call me dirty.
What do you think about, like, Scoot? Or maybe Munchkin?
Only my names will make sense.
Oh, all right. What are
You
your
feel it.
ideas then?
Yeah, take that.
consume a ration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The skunk also needs a ration, and so does Cuervas.
Oh,
What
shit.
if I'm just picking
Thank you
berries
for that.
along the path to give it to him, like I said I was?
Give me a survival check.
Survival. Holy shit, I actually have points in that. Nope, you stay up there. 2 success.
You don't find anything it or any humanoid is willing to eat.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, does it consume a whole ration?
Yes.
God damn, hungry little fucker.
He's like, I wake up, I forage, I go to sleep. I wake up, I forage, I go to sleep.
But I'm not gonna just give it to him. He has to take it nicely.
Give me an animal handling check.
Okay. I'll be back. I got another shot.
Yep, go do your animal handling check.
3 and 2.
Okay. As you begin to let him out of the bag, he attempts to disincorporate into a wind, and you quickly grab him, and he's not able to like do his weird misty step thing, and so he kind of just goes like for a moment, and you end up staying up your whole shift trying to, like, it's being very obstinate about eating, but eventually it capitulates and eats.
So it can't make it through the bag in gas form. So I'm guessing it doesn't actually go totally non-physical when it goes into its cloud, because we can grab it or it gets caught in the bag. So that means I can put a collar and a leash on it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just theorizing. I'm not looking for assurance. That'll be for a later experiment.
So the next day, what would you guys like to do while you're traveling?
Forage for berries and animal food. And I try and build the relationship with the skunk.
Okay, I'll allow you to do one or the other.
It's a whole day. I can't do both?
You can do both if you'd like to not move.
I will focus on getting it food first.
Okay, and who's focusing on making sure you guys are going the right direction?
Woodland lady.
Yeah, that would definitely have to be Emery.
Okay. So which one did you want to do? Forage for food? Or the other
Yeah.
one?
If
Okay.
we walk past berry bushes, I'll grab berries.
All right, give me a survival check. Everyone else, are you guys doing anything in particular, or just following your woodland friends?
To follow the people who know where they're going and be vigilant.
Okay.
I'll whistle.
A triumph, a success, and an advantage.
Whistling. You end up finding about 2 days worth of food for
2 days animal
the
food.
little guy. Actually, with the triumph, I'll allow it to be 4 days worth of food for the little guy.
Pet food times 4.
Okay. While we're waiting on Emery to come back to do her survival check, you guys got several more nights here, so I'm going to have you guys each roll me your Call of the Hunger check for this next night. Is there anything that you guys want to do this following evening for your check?
I give Bull my stats.
Oh, hold on. Tonight, I would like to try and pull the skunk out of the bag and like hold it up in front of me like you would like a cat or something when you're looking at it, and see if it would spray me or not. But I'm not gonna like shake it. I'm just gonna like pick it up and see if it sprays.
Okay. Emery, can you give me a survival check as you are leading the party through the forest?
2 success. Actually, I'm gonna use my horseshoe. 1 second.
Oh,
3.
don't screw us.
3 success, 2 advantage.
You're good.
Okay.
You are very confident that you're making great progress. And so you guys come to another night underneath the canopy here. And Bull, you pull out your face skunk. So you're
I'm like holding it in front of me and I'm like talking it and I'm like, spray me.
okay. So I'll allow you to attempt an animal handling check to get it to spray you, but its reaction to spray you is because it would identify you as a threat, so it would hinder your relationship with it.
I can't train it to spray.
You're not there yet.
Okay. I won't do that then.
Okay.
I'll do the hunger test.
Okay.
You have 2 yellows and 3 greens.
No, I have 2 yellows.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I'll take your greens.
Yay, greens!
I rolled a triumph and a success.
You're fine.
2 success, 1 advantage.
You are not fine.
3 and
Okay.
5.
You are fine. And I think it's just Wretch left.
Oh, I thought I said mine already.
I didn't hear yours.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't recall.
I have
hearing it either.
2.
Oh, you are absolutely fine. So Emery, you have become hungry.
Yeah. I spent my whole level up making this a better test.
I know.
So
But-
did I.
But as the campaign has continued, this has also gotten harder. So,
Yeah.
The hunger is leveling up. What is this bullshit?
Cinder's getting sicker. Why am I rolling? All right, so now you guys are starting to get
What do I
towards
have?
the edge of the deep wood.
What do I have?
Rations. You're hungry.
I'm just
You have
hungry.
Yes.
It's no special. Oh, I thought you had. Okay.
I mean,
So
it
then
is special. It's its own thing.
So during my watch, I'm gonna feed the animal and try and work with it again.
Okay, give me another animal handling check.
Three success.
It sprays you.
Yes.
Because you rolled a despair. So, ironically enough, so what did you? How many successes did you get? Sorry.
3.
Okay.
Just 3
So you
success.
did get it to eat, and this time it sprays you, but
Out of love.
out of like almost like a cat like scratching you or a dog nipping at you. It's not like blind panic. I think you're gonna try to kill me. It's more of like a I don't like you sort of thing.
So what does that do anything?
Yeah, you cough and gag, but nothing significant for one night. And it does make you, weirdly enough, it makes you inert to magic. Like, the hunger doesn't seem to affect you. It kind of makes you feel a bit displaced. You're a little
Okay.
high.
Okay, but so mechanically speaking, hunger doesn't affect me for the next day. I'm not prideful for one day.
No, for this one, it is that you instantly passed the check tonight
Oh,
that
okay.
you already rolled, but
Okay.
it's fine. Okay. Following day, can I get a survival check from Emery as she attempts to lead you guys out of here?
Will do, Cap. I'm also looking for food on the way because I could really go for some berries.
Yep.
1, 2, 4 success, and I had to use my horseshoe again.
Okay. Can I get a foraging roll from both my foragers?
Today I wasn't going to be foraging unless you want me to.
Nope, you're fine.
I got 5 advantage, no success.
5 advantage, no success.
Yep.
Okay. You make great time. You find a good route that really helps move you guys along, but no berries.
Mhm.
What is everyone else doing?
So instead of foraging today, I'm going to have the bag open just enough for the skunk to have its head out. So we can just keep constant sight on each other, and so he can see what we're doing.
Okay.
So attempt to familiarize with him again.
Okay. As you open the bag to let him stick his head out, you throw the bag over your shoulder. Or are you wearing it like a baby thing, or on your back?
I'm keeping it in my line of sight, so I'm not gonna open the bag and then just throw it over my shoulder because I don't know what it's gonna do.
So you're holding him like a cat or something like that, with inside this bag. I don't have a cat. I don't know how you would do this.
Clearly not a cat person.
So it sticks its head out, and about 3 minutes goes by before you see it start to disincorporate again and starts to steam out of the bag.
So if I see it doing that, I'm just gonna cut my hand over the end of the bag because that seems to keep it from doing things.
As you do that, give me a resilience check. Sorry, actually, give me a coordination check.
Oh, I was feeling so good about the resilience check. Is it gonna be a resilience versus an animal?
This is a coordination check versus not really versus the animal. This is just your own reflexes.
2 and 1.
So you go to put your hand in the mist, and you see your own hand start to disincorporate like the mist itself, and you freak out just in time to pull your hand out, but the skunk materializes about 8 feet in front of you on the ground, and he starts trotting away quickly.
Ilya!
I'm gonna scamper on after a little skunk friend.
All right,
Mr. Fast Guy.
give me a coordination check as you try to grab this thing.
How come I couldn't touch him that time?
Because he chose violence.
Holy fuck. I might get there before he does. 2 triumph, 2 success, 2 advantage.
Yeah, you react, you notice the mist, and basically as Bull goes, you're already in front of where the mist was going,
Because
and
you've seen it happen before.
Yeah, you're already on the ball. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna pick the little scamp up, give him a forehead smooch. Try not to get bit.
Yeah, you managed to grab him by the scruff and direct his ass away and stuff.
And I hold the bag open for him. I'm so glad I didn't hear any of that.
Still can't hear you.
Apparently
wow.
your mic thinks it's background
that noise doesn't pick up. That's interesting. It makes a noise that defies sound, and you stuff it back in the bag.
I mean, it is Faye.
Mm-hmm.
Bad boy or girl. And then I
you learn that it can get through a hole about 2 inches in diameter.
We're learning.
You continue to travel. And tonight you guys managed to get out of the deep wood and into the fringe wood. The effects of the call of the hunger are somewhat diminished, but still very potent. What would you guys like to do tonight?
Same as I have been.
Okay.
I will
So
give-
again, more rations are getting eaten, and you guys can go ahead and roll for call of the hunger.
I'll give Emery better stats.
Thanks, bud. If I'm hungry,
Yay!
do I thematically eat an extra ration? Or how?
That's your choice.
Okay, then yes.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Can I interact with the skunk before I roll for hunger?
Ooh, buddy, thank you. I got 6 success on mine.
You're welcome.
You're fine.
So for my animal husbandry, I rolled 2 and 1.
What are you attempting to do?
Just
With
feed
the
it and
skunk.
familiarize with it again, like I have been
Okay.
every night.
Got it. The thing's a little pissy tonight, and unfortunately, your relationship takes a bit of a step back. But you put it in timeout after you get a little frustrated with it, working with it today.
Damn it! It didn't spray me. Now I'll have to do my
Uh,
hunger check.
I rolled the triumph, 2 success, 1 advantage.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm horseshoeing that. Is horseshoe once per session or once per day?
You have to look at your sheet.
Because I
It's
saw
once per
Emery-
day.
once per. Okay, because I was gonna say Emery used it twice. I didn't know we could do that.
6 success, 3 advantage.
God damn it, dude! I rolled 5 failure. You're not supposed to speak when I have that such a good roll. You're supposed to let someone else speak.
Well, I didn't know that.
2 and 2.
Okay, you start to become ironically egotistical. So your pridefulness is taken
Now more
a
ego.
bit of a turn, and you're just awful to be around. And it's rubbing off on the skunk. The skunk's like, you've been a little bit more authoritative with it now. That's why you've like aggressively shoved it back in its bag. Okay.
Have you even named him yet?
I think we're gonna need some tea in the morning.
Okay.
How well? You said we made it to the fringe wood. How far is that from being out of the woods?
2 more days. Assuming Emery passes her tests.
I think I will ignore the skunk for this next day, and I will help her navigate.
Okay. So you can go ahead and add 2 boost dice to your roll. 1 for just getting help and 1 for native citizen.
To my
And
roll?
go ahead.
Okay, I just want to make sure we weren't rolling independently. Damn. 1 success, 5 advantage.
Today, you didn't realize you're getting out of the deep wood, and so you lose some time today, unfortunately, as you get a little disoriented by the trees. But are you doing more berry picking today?
Yeah.
Add 3 boost dice to your roll for that.
Great.
Ooh, you're gonna need them.
A triumph, 3 success, and 4 advantage. I might have been preoccupied.
Yeah. So you
Ooh, another
find 4 days rations.
Yeah. They're all mine.
Nice.
Did you not take rations from camp when we left?
What do you mean? I have 18 rations.
She just wants them.
I am hungry.
He's very hungry, you guys.
And you
Half her bag is
never
food.
know when you're not going to be able to find these delicious berries again. I say
Very hungry.
around a mouthful.
Of radishes.
How long do berries keep, Emery?
Forever.
It never waited that long.
I'm actually not sure.
She actually has a cask of wine in her bag she doesn't even know about.
Yeah, I am a certified hoarder. Like if you would have seen my bag, it's a mess.
It's just a mess.
Mhm.
Also, Querbus needs a bath. You guys have been sweating on each other for a while.
Shut up.
Do plants sweat?
Okay, so again, another night underneath the canopy here. Anyone do anything different?
I'm still feeding the animal, but I'm not going to try and work with it. So basically, open the bag, throw food in, and
Okay.
then leave it alone.
You don't need to worry about any check on that. You're fine.
I consume 3 rations because 2 for me, 1 for Querbus.
All right.
So yeah, searching for food, man.
Woo!
Call of the hunger checks.
Oh boy.
I can pull my stats.
1 triumph, 2 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, you're good.
4 and 3.
Also fine.
2 and 1.
I'm gonna horseshoe. Oh, that horseshoe was worth it. 6 and 1.
Holy shit.
Emery, you become morbid as you are fascinated with death.
Great.
You're like looking at a berry and you're like, rot.
Mmm.
Or be poisonous.
When
Which one
do
is
you
it?
go bad?
Mm-hmm.
Rot.
Yeah, I start like pontificating on all of the death that we've seen with this war going on, but like lingering a little too long about like very detailed descriptions of some of the dead corpses we've seen.
Mhm. You're like, that was all right.
And as
That
she's
was-
like describing
that was
this,
okay.
Bull is like proudly saying, "Yeah, that was my doing."
Yeah, and I'm like, it's kind of beautiful how like the guys like Querbus kind of, you know, they eat the bodies after you know the corpse falls. You know, the nature just recycles things. It's really beautiful.
All right,
6 and 1.
you're good.
Okay.
On the following day, you have a chance to get out of here. Let's see if you can make it.
I'm looking for berries.
Okay, give me your berry check.
Berry check.
3 and 1.
You find 2 carrots. 2 days
that-
worth of carrots.
Okay. So I'm back up to 3 pet foods.
Spent your threat. I spent your uncancelled threat to make it carrots instead. All right. Anyone else looking for berries?
No.
Okay,
Kind of should be. I will.
I just want to state
you
vigilant.
will be. Okay.
Oh wait, Emery, you've been looking for berries. Aren't you supposed to be looking for things to help with the hunger?
Yes,
Now
I
berries.
was supposed to be looking for that, but then I got
Oh yeah, but now
hungry.
you're hungry.
I heard that's my choice, man.
Rush, what have you been doing this whole time?
Trying to keep people safe and also following the woodland creatures through this realm.
Yeah, I got a triumph, 3 success, and 2 advantage on my berry check.
Nice. Okay, so you do find 2 more rations as well.
Great.
And go ahead and give me a survival check with an added boost die.
1, 2, 3, 4 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. Ilya, can you give me a vigilance roll? And if you'd like to help him with this, you can.
Okay, I'll help.
So you can give him your vigilance or give him your willpower for the roll.
You want 5 dice?
Hell yeah.
All right, take 5 dice.
Which 5?
Any 5, especially red ones.
Five and one.
5 and 1.
Oh.
A smell subtly wafts in the air. And Wretch stops for a moment and his nose goes up. And then you think you can kind of smell it too. It's the smell of burning fuel. Something that you haven't smelt since your time in Lemoore. Seemingly your time out in the wilderness has made it much more poignant.
I mentioned that to my cohorts that smell burning fuel. Something's wrong.
Is it wrong or is it just close?
Isn't that what fuel is for?
Yeah, but not this close to the woods. There's machinery.
Maybe they're just
Okay.
clearing the woods.
We don't want that.
No, I thought we did want that for Lemoore, so that it was easier for them to get people in and out.
Maybe. Let's investigate.
Is it in the right direction?
It's tangential. It's not in the wrong direction, but it seems to be coming from the south. What is that? Southeast, or no? It seems to be coming from due east rather than northeast.
Okay, I just feel like I had to specify this as Bull being prideful and egotistical and not me. It's nothing to worry about. It's just some people running some machinery.
When was the last time you smelled burning fuel or saw machinery this close to the woodlands?
Never.
Exactly.
I've also ever barely been outside of the woods.
Yeah, say that we at least get closer to investigate.
Okay, fine, if it'll just make you shut up.
Yeah, Ilya.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's some
Maybe
trouble
Maybe it'll
up
be
ahead.
food.
Would you like to investigate?
Yes, please.
Whoever can smell it would have to leave.
Explain your demeanor. Are you attempting to get there quick? Not be seen? What's...
Well, if it's machinery, then it's probably company people. I doubt that Kane Valak has employed any logging equipment. But I'd probably like to get there quickly to decrease the detour.
Okay. Give me an athletics check then.
Wow. I certainly did that.
All of us or just him?
Who all is going?
If it's an athletics
Sticking
check, I'll
together.
try and keep up with them.
Okay, everyone give me an athletics check.
Stay together, I guess.
Did 2 and 1?
3 and 1.
Thank you.
4 and 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 1.
At least we're probably sticking in pairs.
with the help of Bull and Ilya, you guys quickly cross over a few hills, and in about 20 minutes, you guys. What? 20 minutes? Yeah.
20 minutes of hills?
20 minutes of hills.
Oh!
Just hills.
Gotta get that cardio in.
It's all
Um,
hills.
You guys are just able to get to the point where you can maybe see what appears to be a troop of people. It's hard to make out any details. Some of them might seem larger. In fact, you can hear really heavy mechanical footfalls.
So we can see people. Can we see what the machines are doing?
The thicket's a little bit too dense. Give me a perception check.
One and one.
It's too hard to tell, but you are within range now where it might be more appropriate to like notify them that you're there through a call or something, just based off of the laws of chivalry.
So since I don't see anything, and I don't see anything nefarious going on, I just turn to Ilya. I'm like, see, what did I tell you? Waste of time.
Read. I would like to take a closer look. I know that Bull is acting funny.
Give me a perception check.
Four and three.
From here, with your keen eye, you do make out a few Woolund that are very well camouflaged, and appears to be that there's two of them between you and this troop. You can also see what appears to be humanoid equipment, almost like some sort of exoskeleton, and a few dwarves in the distance. Seeing the Woolund, you see that they see you, and they are on high alert. These are probably guards. You're probably witnessing one of the first like rendezvous that Watandulas and and A and B Corp have tentatively arranged.
I have a yellow cloak
Can I hail
that I
them?
am gonna make sure I have showing. Just saying
Okay.
that.
What's your undercloak? Yellow?
Yeah, yellow.
Okay. You Ilya, you hail them. You hear a Woolund reply. And it's very like whistles and clicks that sound a lot like the wind itself. You've heard Bull and Emery use similar speech before. It seems that they lower their bows at this, but they don't make any motion towards you.
I just walk up to them.
Okay. The Woolund says, "Halt." No further.
What goes on here?
We were tasked with watching these Mundis. Their leader has been sent to talk to Watan.
Oh, so it's the meeting we set up. They're finally getting here.
Yeah, we established that meeting through one of the wood lords. I'm Ilya. This is Bull. This is Emery, and this is Reg.
Forgive me, but this is still a heavily circumspect sort of situation.
Ah,
Very, it balances on a knife's edge.
if you would prefer, we can meet them before they get to you guys.
We are already in camp with them. We are their guard.
Okay, so you're just guarding them while they do something?
We wait to hear back from this patio fairy.
Patio Fleary.
He is
Patty.
he is making
Patio furniture?
he is making conversation with Andulast and with Bentam, ironing
so
out
they're-
details.
So they're already up there. Is everybody else up there?
No, they are at the Nexus. These are just what's the word for it? Takers. They come and they take.
Oh, they must be harvesting the product we were talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
Is this all faring well
But-
for you so far?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it all faring well for you so far? Or...
No one's killed anyone yet. And that is saying a lot, given our current issues with all the Mondays in this area. Much bloodshed has been had.
Mhm.
Recently?
Yes, recently. It's at the head with those turncloaks.
The turncloaks? What do you mean?
In Valix
Did
people?
they come? Hold on.
No, the Buckums.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. Are you talking about the people from the Buckums?
Yes.
What have they
And-
done now?
Over on the river, there are other fortifications. They kill on sight. They take whatever they want. Unlike these folks who have asked and who have parlayed.
Yeah, we had a run-in with the people that have taken over the Buckums, and we didn't like them too much. We'll have a word with them.
Just
Okay,
one?
but it's you do that at your own peril.
Oh, don't worry, no peril at all.
What do you mean by peril? Like, could you describe it a bit more?
Describe the peril.
Yeah, like,
Don't listen
How-
to her.
They-
She's
They
getting a
shoot
little
at
weird.
us. They chase us in great number. We've learned to keep our distance and use our superior bows, but they come in great number and it enrages us.
Well, we're on our
Especially
way
the young-
there.
The young warriors cannot help themselves but to draw weapons and clash. And they outnumber us.
Well, we're on our way there anyway, so we'll see what's going on. In the meantime, we are also spreading the word about our Lord and Savior, this tea.
This tea.
Okay, sorry, but this is too strange. I don't know what you're talking about.
Apparently, it's not common knowledge, but if you are aware of the hunger, yes?
You mean the blessings of our god Cinder? Of course.
Rich, you
I'm-
want...
Are you touched?
A little bit, yes. But this tea helps alleviate
You guys are a
violent
strange group.
tendencies.
Why would one want to alleviate the call to action that our gods give to us? So these land scourgers can continue to burn our forests unchecked? To take our stuff? I'm sorry, but you clearly are domesticated cow from your friends here.
Ooh. The hunger he refers to is the malady that afflicts all of us. who
He
enter
is
the
under the
room.
effect of the hunger. Don't push it any further. Just ignore
There is
him.
no
just
malady
leaving.
here. You're talking about, oh my god, get out of my forest!
And just like that, an entire cult was murdered.
Throw the skunk at him and hope it sprays him.
You can try this. It's good for you.
You should just donate some tea to him. Like, donate 1 pot of tea to them.
A couple other Woolund have come over at this point, and some of the dwarves are kind of hearing this and like looking over, and you guys are kind of drawing some attention.
No, don't worry. We'll be going now.
All right, move along. Shoo shoo.
And Bull then, like, beelines it for the Buckums.
Okay. Everyone to the Buckums?
Hell yeah.
Everyone to the Buckums.
Okay.
Nice.
You guys make it out of the forest finally, and just as the sun is starting to set, you see the Buckums, and the Bivouac fortifications all about it. The last time you were here, you were told that you would be shot on sight if you returned.
That's too bad.
And so, as you guys kind of see this from afar, outside of the forest now, away from the effects of the hunger, would you guys like to bed down for the night? Do you want to
Or do
full
you guys
charge
want
ahead
to...
to the Buckums, or what? Go off towards the other town in Herondadorf that you were hoping to do earlier, or what's your hopes for your next thing?
So Bull turns to the party. He's like, I don't want to wait on this for any longer. We should use the cover of night to see if we can sneak in.
I still have some cloaking feathers from, well, like your headdress, just a couple for myself. We could use those to try to sneak in and get in from the inside, but like, what would...
But I'm also good with just breaking down the front door.
They have a lot of arrows that I'd like to get past, but wait, 1 second. Do we still feel our hunger effects?
No. Sorry, actually, yes. Until you long rest outside, you'll still feel them. So tonight you feel them.
Okay.
Well,
take that back a little bit. I didn't say that, but I'll just stop for a second, and maybe somebody else might feel that way, instead of me.
Wretch is feeling fine, so I'm gonna be like, we should let's go, yeah.
You want to just walk up to the Buckums? Is that what you're saying? Or cover of night? Sorry.
Cover of night. Glamour.
Cover of
Invisibility.
night. All right.
What are we going to do about our skunk friend?
he's fine.
He has probably higher charisma than most of us.
I don't think charisma has anything to do with what this will be at this point.
We can talk our way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta have faith.
We can scare our way out of it. That's kind of
Yeah.
talking.
I mean, one of us, like Emery, you have some presence, don't you?
Not enough.
No.
You have more than two?
To be
No.
clear, it has been a complete dump stat.
No. I don't have any presence. I'm just shy and awkward. Unlike the others. So I'm polite and unassuming, but I'm not like nobody's gonna listen to me.
Well, we need to believe in us. And
I
we
believe in
are-
myself.
Okay, buddy. I do too. We do this, guys. We get in there, we're stealthy, find the leadership, we gank them, and we set new rules.
You know, we can almost do it just as quick if we just kill all the soldiers we see.
What
All
about?
of them.
So the priority are either kill everyone, kill the leaders, or what about if we try to find where the Buckums are and set them free? I think they're prisoners in there, right?
I mean, you
Several
want to
of
see
them-
dead bodies, don't you?
Several of them were there talking to Ilya, and
Mhm.
several of them were taken to the fortress on the river that no one's investigated.
Presumably by Hadley, or
No, Hadley's a city that's or a town that's over by the White Flow River, the big river. This is
Right.
more of a tributary that's nearby. But really,
Okay.
you guys had never really asked much about this other than let's see here, 1 second.
so
One
there's a
second.
smaller river between the White Flow.
There's a smaller river
Okay.
nearby that
Okay.
you guys have not really heard anything about, other than the fact that. Sorry, I just gotta get to my spot in my notes here specifically.
So
here.
if there's a fortress, I'm guessing the leadership's going to be in the fortress, guys.
Yeah, but there's going to be some people here at the Buckham's home. We have to liberate
Yeah.
that.
But if we want to take the tree down, we might as well just go straight for the fortress. Because then there's less
Yeah.
likelihood of civilians getting caught up in it.
I suppose.
1 second.
And I mean, it's more exciting breaking into a fortress than a farm.
Yeah, there is an old military type named Drayden that has taken over the whole area, and he left a guy by the name of Zarek at the Buckums, and Zarek was like a lieutenant of Drayden, and that's who you parlayed with, Ilya.
Unless you want to take out the leadership here and then go to the fortress to take out the leadership there.
I mean, yeah, that could work. I know that they have some Buckums here.
Theon, Will, and Dolan were all taken to the bigger fortress as insurance.
If we take this smaller thing and lose control of it, we might have some Buckums who would be willing to join us to then go to the fortress.
We wouldn't have Zarek to contend with.
But again, the whole thing is that the people who, if you run the risk of the people who were taken hostage, essentially, what happens to hostages happens when this place goes defunct, right? So
Well,
you run
that's
that
why
risk.
that's why we kill the leadership here and then run to the fortress before the pigeon can get there.
Yeah, I'm pretty fast.
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
Or we go to the fortress, kill all the pigeons, come back here, kill the leadership here, and then go back to the
Yeah,
fortress.
cut down their communications. I like that strategy.
All right, I'm cool with going to the fortress. I'm just
Okay, if we go to the fortress first, then bring back the head of their leader. Right? Yeah? Everybody on board with that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Emery has to be. I think she's forgotten what her hunger is.
no. I kind of sounds hot. I'm cool.
You don't get a choice.
Alright, so it sounds like we should make way for the fort.
okay. So on our next session, we'll start with you guys trying to find this fort. that has been mentioned, and in doing whatever you guys want to do when you get there.
Kill.
All right.
Sounds
Kill,
great.
Well,
slay, murder.
you guys made it out. You stabilized the forest for the time being, and you're on a warpath to solidify some stuff and try to figure out this hunger shit. So
You guys heard him right. He said the forest was stabilized.
Completely
His own words.
fine.
Nothing can
Yeah.
change. Everything's good.
Mission
Yeah.
accomplished.
infinitely stabilized. I naturally I meant for turns and turns on end.
Yeah.
Now let's go fight that god that's in the portal in the basement.
Hell yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Do it.